cops are coming. Everybody had to run. Sound like maybe some tear gas. Maybe rubber bullets, not too sure. We all scattered though. Things are real getting bad. This honestly feels like a war zone right now. All the fireworks going off. It's just mad chaos. Things are getting out of hand a little too quickly here. I mean, things are on fire. People are setting off rockets. I'm completely out of breath from having to sprint. Came out here a little bit late. Was watching the late night news. They're doing some breaking live stuff. They're actually reporting right on the bridge there. So they were getting this whole clear area. So it's cool to be able to be actually on the ground here, reporting live for everyone at home. Different countries, different states, different cities. This is just, it's unbelievable. And the sad thing is you start to understand white privilege pretty damn quickly when you're down here, and you feel a little bit afraid. But when people yell cops are coming, first couple of times I didn't even run because I wasn't scared. You know, if the cops talk to me, I'll say, oh, I'm just a journalist down here. You don't really get scared as a white person, and you know, it's a sad truth of things. But people need to realize this comes from somewhere. It's the pent-up anger finally being released. When you see a black man murdered on the streets, well, watching that video was sickening to me. Completely sick to my stomach. So people need to realize it comes from somewhere. Right now, just about nothing can be seen. It is really, really dense smoke out here. Sounds like people are going to the 4th precinct. I think I'm gonna head a different way here. Just a damn shame. I was out here earlier today, as most of you know, showing some damage from the night before, and everyone was peaceful. People were using their words, and unfortunately, once the night hits, it gets violent pretty quickly out here. So I'm gonna head to my car, hopefully go to the 4th, which sounds like where people are going. Hopefully just be there to get some medical help if I can. Shout out to the churchgoers I met. They've been doing this the last couple nights, sounds like. They've been shot with rubber bullets. They've had to run from the cops a couple times because they say the cops don't care, even if they are just out there trying to help, give some medical aid. So shout out to those guys. Looks like it's Holy Trinity Church. Came home now. It got to be too much for me to handle. Even just driving around on my way home, people didn't follow the rules on the road. Even cars were swerving out. People were going 70 miles per hour in 40 mile per hour areas, running red lights, running stop signs. It got to be very dangerous out there. But there are a lot of things I'd like to continue to expand on, because I think I could have this conversation for hours and really unpack it, because there's a lot to unpack. It's just right now, I guess, a little bit lost for words on what happened, because you can watch it on the news and watch the protests, look at the burning buildings, see the tear gas get thrown, which when the cops did come, that's when we all started running, because you could hear the tear gas get tossed, and it's terrifying. It really is. But when you watch on the TV screen, you distance yourself. But when you're actually part of what's going on and you're in the thick of things, it's a whole different world. It really puts things in perspective completely when you're actually out there. And toward the end there, when I was walking the opposite direction, away from the action, people were walking into the action with looks like some metal objects, possibly metal bats. My lungs right now are filled, it feels like, with smoke still. I don't think it's good to breathe that stuff in. They were walking there, and those are the individuals, unfortunately, who paint a negative picture of the movement, because it's not negative. Earlier today, when I was out walking around noon or 1, it's peaceful. There's a lot of love out there. But tonight it was just, you could feel a different atmosphere tonight. It just felt violent. There wasn't love anymore. It seemed like some of the people who were out there were just out there to do harm. I think that's where it really gets to be a sticky situation, when post offices are being lit on fire. And I'm 110% with Black Lives Matter in the black community, 110%. But I don't stand for violence. I'm not a violent person. And so that's where it gets tricky. And so tonight when I went out there, I was neutral. I just went in there with the mindset that, okay, I'm a journalist tonight. I'm going to stay neutral and just observe everything that's going on. Because the atmosphere did feel hateful. Now, if it was a peaceful protest, 110% I'm with the movement. And then I'm not neutral anymore. It was violent. Not everybody out there was hateful. It was a small group of people tonight who were hateful and were violent, setting fires, all that stuff. Other people were just seemed like neutral, like me, or for the movement, but not participating in the violence. So any questions, ask me. I'm more than happy to answer questions or debate the topic with people and talk more about it. But I mean, tonight I've really felt my white privilege come in. I think that's something I'd love to talk more about too. You feel it, and when the cops came the first couple times, I wasn't scared. I wasn't going to run and I didn't run the first couple times because I was like, that's okay. You feel invincible. And that's the fucked up thing about it. I'm like, well, if the cops come up to me, I feel safe. I'm white. They'll see I'm white. They'll say, okay. That's crazy. And unfortunately, people don't understand white privilege. I think it's because they don't allow themselves to push that far and think about it. It's just 100% white privilege exists. 110% it exists. And it makes me angry that people can't see it. But tonight, you don't just see it, you absolutely feel it within your soul.
When you are a have,